Hey there, PTHS! Welcome inside our Friday Show studios for a brand new episode of the student-produced PTHS Friday Show. I'm Keanu Freeman.
And I'm Sean Lake. It's hard to believe we're just a little over a month away from the end of the 2023 school year. Our class of 24 grads will be walking across that stage over at McDowell Field on June 19th. Keanu, as a senior, you have to be excited.
Yes, I certainly am. It really hasn't sunk in yet that I'm nearing the end of my time here at PTHS, but I'm certainly excited to start the next chapter of my life.
Well, we've got a lot to get to on our show here, so let's get right into some important announcements. First off, we want to take a minute to recognize our Hornet Students of the Month for the month of April.
These deserving individuals were nominated by their teacher for displaying some of our epic core values. First off, from our freshman class, we have Abigail Tooker. She's been recognized for her display of perseverance. Abby moved to Pemberton in the middle of the year, but did not let the challenges of changing high schools affect her. When she started here, she stayed positive and focused on her education.
From the sophomore class, Kelly Truby has been selected for her display of integrity. Kelly is a pleasure to have in class. She puts her academic responsibilities at the forefront and always wants to do better. Kelly also works well with others and shows her leadership qualities by willingly helping her peers when work is challenging.
Our junior student of the month is Michael Brown. He was nominated for showing perseverance in his math class this semester. According to his teacher, Michael doesn't hesitate to help his classmates when he can and is always willing to try new things. He has shown tremendous growth and perseverance since last year and is definitely deserving of this award.
And finally, our class of 23 student of the month, Gio Morphin. According to his teacher, Gio is very polite and a responsible young man. He demonstrates a consistent pride in completing his work to achieve A's in class. Congratulations to each of these deserving students.
Moving on now, and we've got a couple of important announcements for some upcoming dates. First off, this year's senior picnic is just 10 days away, scheduled for May 20th at Frogbridge Park. But sign-up numbers are low, so we need more seniors to see Ms. Carvin in the library or Ms. Giordano in room 132. It's a great day to enjoy the outdoors and bond with the senior class one last time before graduation.
Also, we have an important announcement for all athletes planning to play a sport in the 24-25 school year. The school is hosting free sports physicals here in our building in the nurse's office on June 12th, but you must pre-register in order to take advantage of this opportunity. You can find the link to register on our athletics page on the high school website. Registration must be completed by May 31st.
And one final announcement before we get to our top story. Our Medical Arts Academy is hosting a blood drive on June 3rd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the auditorium. See Ms. Copeland in room 236 to sign up. You must be at least 16 years old to donate, and anyone who is 16 must have parental consent. Once again, that's June 3rd in the auditorium.
Now, let's get to some of our top stories. As some of you may know by now, today concluded Teacher Appreciation Week across the country. Here at PTHS, there are many teachers we as students are super appreciative of.
Our Friday show's Ian Mascara hit the halls to catch up with several students to find out which PTH teachers, as well as staff members, have made a positive impact on them. Take a look.
As Teacher Appreciation Week is right around the corner, we asked a few students here at PTHS what they think about their favorite teachers.
I'm appreciative for Mr. Sunny because he made coming to the school really easy for me and made health really fun, so yeah.
Hi, my name is Sofia Gastambide, and the teacher that I appreciate is Miss Longoria because she's a very great coach, and every time I have a problem, she always helps me with that problem, always comforts me, but yeah.
The teacher we appreciate the most is Mr. Hewitt.
We appreciate him so much because he's really supportive, especially on the soccer field, and he has his own personality and his way of showing his appreciation to his student athletes.
Exactly. We love you, Mr. Hewitt.
I really appreciate Miss Tag. She's definitely my favorite teacher. You know, the way I appreciate her, I do the work in class most of the time. And she's very understanding of all the other activities and academically things I'm involved in, so I really appreciate her.
Teacher I'm appreciative of is Mr. Q because he's helped me a lot with my music and what I want to do when I graduate. And every time I walk by his class, he's having fun with the students and teaching them what they need to know. So overall, he's just a good guy.
A teacher I am appreciative for is Miss Copeland. She's helped me learn a lot of things that I can use in daily life and help other people as well.
A teacher I appreciate is Miss Pelchati because you can go to her about all your problems and she's there to listen and she gives really good advice.
The teacher we appreciate is Miss Henshaw because no matter what needs to get done for us, she always gets it done with no problem and she never complains.
And she is my biggest supporter and she's always there whenever I have plays and concerts and everything.
Thanks, Ian. And while those were just a sampling of teachers who earned some student recognition, we know this building is filled with teachers and staff members who are going above and beyond each day to make sure our students are given the best opportunities.
That's for sure. Moving on now, and many of you may have heard about our new club here in our building. It's called Anchored for Life. But what exactly is this new startup club?
Well, we caught up with several of its members as well as 2 of the advisors to find out.
I am Miss Pelchati and I'm an advisor for Anchored for Life.
Hi, I'm Miss Harvey. I'm one of the co-advisors for Anchored for Life.
I'm Jason Fagans. I'm a senior here at PTHS. I'm also the vice president of Anchored for Life.
My name is Madison and I'm a team member of Anchored for Life.
Hi, my name is Leah Jackson. I am the secretary for Anchored for Life.
My name is Deja Murray and I'm a part of Anchored for Life here at Pemberton High School.
Anchored for Life is a new club here at PTHS and I'm really excited to be a part of the club.
Anchored for Life is a new program here that we're going to use to help incorporate new students here just to feel more welcomed and have a better experience with their first few days here.
The best part about it is that the students get the opportunity to execute their leadership skills.
It's helped me make friends and it's helped so many other kids in so many other schools. We are the first school in New Jersey to have Anchored for Life and I think many, many more high schools will be following suit.
One of the main features of the club is the students are able to give tours. So when there's new students that come into Pemberton Township High School, our Anchored for Life leaders get to tour them around the school.
Our job is to help other people feel welcomed at PTHS and just welcome them into the school environment and make sure that everybody settles in nicely. I really do enjoy my job. Even as a secretary, I do help other people, like give them a tour around the school. And I love making those connections and making sure everybody's like welcomed, happy, and comfortable.
Anchored for Life is just here to help support any student that comes in and transitions into the school. We primarily focus on military students and military affiliated students. This is a really important organization for me because I do have family in the military. I grew up with family surrounded by me that were constantly moving around. So it's great to support our students here and it means a lot to us.
I am a military child, so even though I'm very blessed to not move around that often, I understand how difficult it is to make new friends and to be in a new environment, and that's what Anchored for Life helps with. We're able to tour students around the school, give them resources, and just invite them into our Pemberton Hornet community.
Pemberton Township is actually the first high school in the state of New Jersey to have an Anchored for Life club. So it's really cool that we are able to be a part of that and be able to execute this program and pilot it at the high school level and be a part of really documenting a big moment for Anchored for Life in the state of New Jersey.
Thanks to Ms. Harvey, Ms. Pelchati, and those members for introducing us to this new and exciting peer-to-peer club. Now it's time for our final story, and we know many of you out there are music lovers, as are we. And there's no doubt the guitar is one of the most powerful instruments in the music world. Its sound is unmistakable, and many of our favorite tunes are driven by a memorable riff.
But the age-old debate will never go away. Who is the greatest guitarist of all time? While there's really no definitive answer to this question, it's always a fun debate. Well, the Friday Show's Aiden Gonzalez shares his take on the top 5 guitarists of all time. Take a look.
Hey there, PTHS. I'm Aiden Gonzalez, and today I'm going to give you my list of the best guitar players of all time. Take a look. At my number 5 spot, I have Slash, one of the most iconic guitar players ever. He would go on to be most recognizable with the band Guns N' Roses, making hits as Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, and November Rain throughout the 1990s. At my number 4 spot, I have Randy Rhoads. Rhoads was an amazing lead guitarist who could shred to just about anything. He would be mostly remembered from playing with Ozzy Osbourne in the early 80s, but sadly was taken from us in 1982. At my number 3 spot, I have Dimebag Darrell, another late great guitarist. Dime played with Pantera in the 1990s, making hits such as Walk, Cowboys from Hell, and Floods. He would go on to make the squeal technique more popular for guitarists. At my number 2 spot, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was known for his crazy sounds that he would do with the guitar. Guitar geniuses to this day can't even explain how he got these to work or even to play on the guitar, and that's what makes him special. Number 1 spot, I have Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen is known for being an icon in the 1980s, an icon to the guitar world, and an icon to the music world. With his debut album, Van Halen 1, released in 1978, this album showed the true greatness of Van Halen. The solo Eruption is one of Van Halen's all-time great solos, and it is based of the tapping technique, which changed the guitar playing as a whole. Well, that's my top 5. Let's hear what other music enthusiasts from PTHS have to say.
Well, I would say Jeff Beck is the best guitar player of all time, for a couple reasons. If you look at artists like Eddie Van Halen and the other ones that people might name greats, who did they study? Who did they look after, right? It was Jeff Beck, you know, the Yardbirds and then his solo project. And he was also named the greatest guitar player by Rolling Stone in 2003. So I'd have to go with Jeff Beck.
As far as rock guitarists, I like Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's dead now, he died in I think a helicopter crash, but he was really awesome. And if we go back a little bit further, he copied Eric Clapton's style, which I think Eric Clapton is probably one of the best rock guitarists, you know, around. And you know, from when he played with Cream and on his own, and I thought he was just awesome. He is awesome. But anyway, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton, probably 2 of the best.
B.B. King, I think. Just the most soulful, unbelievably entertaining, great guitarist. You could just sit there and it's just vibe, jam, it's the best. I got a couple honorable mentions for you though too. Different genres. If you don't know these guys, check them out. John McLaughlin. If you've never heard of Roy Clark, check out Roy Clark. Country western guitarist, but unbelievable, like just this guy could play anything with strings.
Oh wow, that's such a tough question. It's almost the impossible question to answer. There's so many. You have your Claptons, your Eddie Van Halens, who is up there for me because of my lifetime. I grew up in the 80s, so he's kind of like the man. Speaking of the 80s, Prince was also a great guitarist. But I think my personal favorite is a guy named Nuno Betancourt. If you don't know Nuno Betancourt, look him up. He's probably my favorite.
That's a tough question. So I kind of like jam bands a lot. So my favorite guitarist, most people haven't heard of him, his name's Trey Anastasia, and he's Fish's guitarist. So epic 20-minute jams, you know, and that's why I love him.
I would have to say Jimi Hendrix. He was just like an innovator. When he played the guitar behind his back, then he did the national anthem. It's got to be Hendrix.
Thanks, Aiden, and thanks to those teachers and students for weighing in on that fun debate. Well, that is going to bring us to the end of our show, but just a few quick reminders before we go. Seniors, don't forget to see Miss Carvin or Miss Giordano to sign up for the senior picnic.
It's Monday, May 20th at Frogbridge Park. And for you athletes out there, make sure you guys mark your calendar for June 12th. That's a half day from school, and athletes get a free sports physical here at the nurse's office. It will clear you for the entire 2024-25 school year. For everyone here at the PTHS Friday Show, I'm Keena Freeman.
And I'm Sean Lake. Have a great weekend.